So are we ready?
Yes.
Yes, we are live. Yeah.
Welcome to the Australia Today. In the morning, I was interviewing a well known hematologist from Canberra. And in the evening, we are here with a budding Punjabi film actress or actor, Raj. Welcome to the Australia Today.
Thank you. Thank you so much to you for having me.
And with me is the editor of Australia Today from Sydney, Pallavi Jan.
Uh, Hi to everyone.
Uh, uh,
And hi to
now,
Raj too. Yeah.
Hi, Pallavi. Hi, hi.
Hi.
I know Pallavi is not a big fan of Punjabi movies, but she's a fan of movies, and therefore I have invited her to be a witness on how to conduct an interview with filmwalas, right? And especially Punjabi film actors. But you have a common connection that you know Raj is from UK and Pallavi studied in the UK. And the movie that we are going to talk about is Mitran Da Na Chalda, which is basically literally, people know my name in that particular field. And the field we are going to talk about is legal system of India, especially Punjab. So, Raj, is this your first film, or have you worked in films before this?
So this is my second Punjabi film.
Yeah.
I've done my lead was, my first introduction was in a different film last year.
Yeah.
And then I'm a trained actor, so I've been working for a while now
Yeah.
in places outside of India, but
Yeah.
nothing in India.
Yeah.
As of
So you grew up in the UK, right? Birmingham.
Yes.
And I assume it's a Punjabi family. But was it a filmy family? Like, did you get to watch a lot of Punjabi or Hindi Bollywood films, or was it a total no to films? Um, I think we lost Raj here. But what about you, Pallavi? Do you like watching Punjabi movies? Ah, she's back. Yeah, Raj.
Yeah.
So, did you watch a lot of
So
Punjabi and Bollywood films?
filmy family. We all love Punjabi Bollywood films. My parents love Punjabi films. I'm more of a Bollywood freak. I love my Bollywood films. Um, whether it's like all the Yash Raj films or the Dharma films, I've watched it all. And the classics as well from back in the 80s when Anil Kapoor was like at its peak, all that stuff. I love it. Bachchan Saab,
Yeah.
I have not enough words to explain what he is. So yeah.
Now, coming back to your film, so you said that you did one movie before this, which was not like the thematically, it's not same as this one. So this one is more like it's kind of a all-in-one kind of a masala film with some suspense, comedy, and it's a Gippy Grewal, kind of movie, and he's known for making movies that have a message in it nowadays mostly. What's your role in the movie?
So my character's name is Karam. I'm playing a nurse that has come. So she's a student. She's come from the Pind, so a village to obviously Chandigarh, which is a city, uh, much bigger city to what she is used to. And here is basically her facing the struggles of being a girl in Chandigarh and facing issues that women face in society nowadays as well, and like the struggle to
Mhm.
get to the top, basically.
Okay. So how interesting was it to work on your second film, which is, it's a major film basically. So what's your family thinking right now? Your movie is coming.
They're very happy. I mean, they really like Punjabi films, like I mentioned earlier. They're excited. They've seen the trailer, and they did call me and say it's slightly dark. So I don't know
Yeah.
what they meant by that. I think they don't want to see their daughter getting beaten up in a
Yeah.
film. But
Yeah.
I think it was one of the most interesting kind of like performances I've done. Um, even for like when I was doing theatre in the UK, or when I was doing like roles in the UK, it was never something like this, because it's never I've never really done like a Punjabi film as of such, as I've only done two. So yeah, it was very interesting. I got to learn a lot on the sets.
Yeah. So if we are going to talk about Punjabi films a bit and then come back to your movie and your role again, so if you look at the journey of Punjabi movies, they were not very well known for the kind of messaging they were giving. It used to be a boys only club, right? So if you go back 10 years back with some movies that Gippy and others, Amrinder and other made, they were mostly about boys in UK, in Canada, Jats in UK and Canada, right? And the comedy was very double meaning sexually. But now, in the last 5 years, you see the same actors producing movies that have a very different kind of message for the youth of Punjab. Are you seeing the same change as we are seeing as
Yeah,
critics?
yeah, of course. I think there's been a massive change. Obviously, Punjabi industry is a growing industry. It's very new. It's very upcoming. And obviously, it is we have a very orthodox culture, I can say. I don't know if that's going to come off as controversial for me to say that, but I think we are very rooted, still kind of maybe conservative as well. So we're just kind of moving out of that, and I think slowly, as people are seeing how the world is changing fast, and we've come out of the whole derogatory kind of films
Yeah.
towards films that actually have a powerful meaning. Like there was a film that came out just uh, earlier this month, which had Neeru Bajwa in it, and it had a beautiful message in it. So we're starting to see women leading films. That's one of the main things. I think that's a whole message in itself. But as well as that, we're also seeing like topics being handled in a sensitive manner. I think sometimes, I also feel like sometimes we do not understand the sensitivity of an
Yeah.
issue, and we kind of make it into a comedy, which is probably not the best way of moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, no.
I wanted
Yes,
to
Pallavi.
I wanted to ask one question, that the release of this movie is coming around International Women's Day and around Holi. So does this movie, does it have a message there regarding women's issues? Like, does the movie cover
Yes,
those
so
subjects?
like I said earlier, like this film is about women struggling, women trying to get jobs in the right manner, the same way a job would be given to a man with their qualifications, rather than looking at looks, rather than looking at how their body structure is, or what they kind of offer sexually, if I'm very honest, to get a job, rather than like looking at all the qualifications they might have. So this looks at that kind of side of it, that a man is more um, capable, according to our society, to get a job of his qualifications, because nobody is going to ask about whether he's willing to give in.
Hmm.
So this
Coming
is
back
what our
to,
film kind of covers.
yeah. Now, Raj, one of the things that has always bothered me, being a Punjabi, is the lack of women directors in Punjabi films. Do you see that lack here? That the gender is not that well represented when it comes to giving chance to. You are an actor, and you're a trained actor, and obviously, after some time, you would like to use your experience from acting and direct a film. Do you think that you will get a chance in Punjabi films to direct a movie someday?
Um, I mean, I'd like to think yes, but obviously, we haven't got many writers, we haven't got many directors that are females. We do,
Yeah.
but they are very like underdogs. If
Yeah.
I mention it very rightly, so. Um, the last film, like I mentioned, Neeru Bajwaji's film, that film actually was written by a woman, and you can see that it was written by a woman because the sensitivity and the way it was handled, that topic, and even the message, like it wasn't just a straightforward message. It was something that it hit you. You
Yeah.
understood it. You were left with something to,
Yeah.
discuss after with your families as well. That this is something we need to talk about. So
Yeah.
obviously, this is something that a woman. I always feel like this, that a woman's pain is only understood by a woman. A man can never, as much as he will try, he will never be able to put himself in the same shoes as a woman. So
mm,
I think we do need more women, and I hope women come forward, because we'll be able to kind of promote women empowerment, but also bring the topics out, bring our
mm,
voices up,
mm.
to communicate some of the stuff we go through and some of the struggles we face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, one of the
Raj,
questions that our editor Jitat is asking me to ask you is, he watched the trailer of the movie and somehow it feels that Shweta Tiwari is the bad guy, the lawyer in the movie is the bad guy, and you have a male savior. So, coming on International Women's Day, maybe the director and others, wouldn't it be nice to have a male villain and the girls doing the fighting rather than having a knight in a shining armor, Gippy Grewal saving you, maybe Neeru Bajwa saving you guys, an
I
all
think it's a
woman
very
film.
interesting. I've never really had, like, I wasn't expecting this question. It's very interesting that you say that. But when you actually watch the film, I think there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of
Mm,
thriller, there's a lot of things we have to kind of take away from it as well. There's no
mm,
right and wrong in the film either. We haven't
mm.
shown that everybody's bad. Maybe Shweta Tiwari's character has many layers to it that you will be able to see during during the film and towards the end of the film.
Okay.
right. I wanted to ask a question to you, Raj, that you're from Birmingham. How has this journey been from Birmingham to Punjab? And do you foresee acting in Bollywood films, as you said, or Indian film industry in Bombay or in other languages as well?
So the journey has been beautiful. I've been enjoying every moment of it. I'm currently in Bombay right now, working on a very interesting project, and that is something not just regional. So
Mm,
I'm exciting. This is the first time I'm even saying it anywhere. So I'm very excited about that. It's somewhere I have had to. I've had the chance to perform wholeheartedly without any restrictions, and I could
mm,
perform as an actor more than anything. So
mm.
um, I'm quite excited for you guys to, for
Yeah.
me to be able to share anything about that later on this year.
Now, one of the things about Punjabi movies is when I was growing up, in not in Punjab but other parts of India, is that the kind of movies that Punjab made was the Lambardara and the Jat with the guns and everything, right? And women played kind of a subtle background roles. But in the last 10 years, as I said, the roles have reversed. Women have been, given prominent role, not just Maji or Dadiji, but the wife and the sister are also playing key roles. You have the police officers, lawyers and everything, but somewhere the industry is not able to it's kind of, there is a peer pressure from, say, Bollywood. And I have seen a lot of Punjabi actress, especially going to South movies and then they enter Bollywood, or they enter the TV series. The now with the Amazon and Netflix, they enter that kind of thing. Do you think that Bollywood is becoming more accepting? The Hindi film industry is becoming more accepting towards Punjabi actors who are not from
I,
Bombay.
I think there's a lot more to do. I think there's a lot
Mm,
more to do from
mm,
before. Like you said, there is a bit more acceptance, I think.
yeah.
Before it was obviously like a bit of a cat race. Is it a cat
Mm,
race? I don't know what it is. It was
yeah.
like a
Rat
bit of a
race.
race. Everybody was just
Yeah.
after one thing, and now there's something for everybody. Like, you just have to work hard. So I don't think it's about accepting, but I think
Mm,
it's the fact that we have just been given more to do now. So there's a
mm,
character for somebody from the pen, there's a character for somebody from the UK, there's a character
mm,
for somebody that has a British accent in their Hindi as well.
yeah.
So I think, or a very Tate Punjabi accent in their Hindi as well. So I think the roles are a bit more diverse now.
And talking about roles, Raj, you talked about Yashraj Films and Dharma Productions. So, what are your, if I were to ask you, what are the roles that you would like to do? Three roles in, either of those houses in the movies. What are your favorite roles that you would have liked to play?
I mean, just moving a bit away from like the Yashraj films, a role that I would love to do is Jordan's role. I mean, it was a guy's character in Imtiaz Ali's Rockstar.
Mm,
I think that role is, I would love to do something like that. I think that's a character with many layers. It just brings something within you. So I would love to do something like that. One film that I recently watched was Gangubai. What a fantastic role. There was a character. So obviously Gangubai's character was amazing, and Alia Bhatt, you can't compete with what she did on that. But if I was to get something like that, I would even love to do the character of the friend in that film, because that was such a beautiful character as well, with so many layers to it. If we're talking about Yash Raj, I think a Simran is like the classic.
DDLJ, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we conclude, do you have any message for your Australian fans or people who will become your fan after watching Mitran Da Na Chalda?
I just want to say lots of love to the Australians. I love the accent anyway, but I have this like connection. I have a lot of friends in Australia, so I really wish to visit the city, or the country and the cities within the country. But the only message I have to give is that we are trying to bring something slightly different, slightly out the box. Maybe not so out the box for Punjab, for like international cinema, but something out the box for at least the regional cinema of Punjab. So I hope that everybody goes and at least supports that effort that somebody is trying to make the change. I can't say it's a drastic change. I can't say it's something you've never seen before, but it's something that you haven't seen in Punjab before for sure. And it's something that you will enjoy. It's easy on the eyes, but also leaves a bit of a bittersweet feeling when you leave the cinema. I'm sure that's going to be the feeling, because when I first watched the film, that was what I felt. And I hope we can just bring a change. I hope we can just support each other, support women, and women should support women as well. I think a queen, like we try to associate ourselves with like, I'm a queen, but a queen is one who supports everybody, brings everybody up with each other. So all the girls that are listening to me, I just want to say, like, support women around you, because we can only grow if we support each other.
Now, with these kind words, thank you, Raj, for your precious time, and best of luck in your journey. I think you have reached the airport, but
I have. I'm just at the
many more
departure
miles
gate.
to go and many more movies to do. And we would love to watch a movie directed by you. And thank you, Pallavi, for
Thank you.
joining us. Thank you, Raj.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.